Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. That's the easiest way if you want to reach me. But anyway, let me get into this topic here, right? So as you guys know, we're currently in the NBA Finals right now, and it's between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. But prior to us getting to this point, there was a team that I was rooting for, and one of those teams was the New York Knicks, right? I went on the record saying multiple times that I would have really loved for the New York Knicks to make it to the finals. I thought it would have been excellent for basketball, right? And when the Knicks were on their run, yes, Jalen Brunson was doing his thing. But if we're also going to be honest, Karl Anthony Towns was stepping up to the plate. He was doing his thing. For instance, this year, in the regular season, he averaged 24 points, 24.4 points, 13 rebounds, 3.1 assists. That was his regular season numbers. In the playoffs, he was averaging in 18 games, 21.4 points per game on 49% shooting from the field, 35% shooting from the three, while shooting 84% from the free throw line, while getting you 11.6 rebounds, 1.3 assists, only 2.2 turnovers, 0.7 steals, and 0.7 and blocks. And he came up big in multiple series, multiple games, right? I forgot the game that they were playing where Karl Anthony Towns just lost his mind, right? So he did his thing, and I thought he had a fantastic playoff run, and he really helped deliver for the New York Knicks. But there were some comments that went viral, right, that we didn't touch on before. I just decided not to touch on it. And when I found out today's topic, I was like, okay, this would be a good time to kind of give it this Kyrie Irving's comments some reference here. Gilbert Arenas on Gil's Arena made some headlines for some very controversial comments he had to make about Karl Anthony Towns' body. For those of you who don't remember what Gil had to say, want to play what Gilbert Arenas had to say originally about Karl Anthony Towns, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Gil here.
Can you just put Cat up there so we can just be educated
after all
on Cat himself? It's him. It's his physical makeup. Long legs, short torso, big ass feet. There's nothing he can do. He's built like a whole. He's built like a female. No. Am I saying something wrong? Look, he's built like a girl. No. He has girl hips. He's like a full WNBA player.
So you heard what Gilbert Arenas said. So yesterday I was just kind of going through the internet, and I came across an article from timesofindia.com, and it was centered on some comments that Kyrie Irving had to make that Legion of Hoops decided to post, where Kyrie Irving was essentially going at people like Gilbert Arenas and some fans who were trying to disrespect Karl Anthony Towns, and Kyrie was like, nah. We're not going for none of that, and I'm not going to be a part of anybody disrespecting Karl Anthony Towns. I'm just not going to go for it, right? But before we even get into what Kyrie had to say, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to play exactly what Kyrie Irving had to say in response to some of the things that people were saying about Karl Anthony Towns. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Kyrie had to say here.
before I forget, y'all got to stop making fun of my brother Cat. I'm done with y'all. Stop making fun of my brother Cat. It's over for that. It's a rap. I'm letting y'all know, if you repost that, you meme him up, I'm attacking you. Not like that physically in GTA, but I'm attacking you. All right? I'm attacking you. Y'all got to leave Cat alone, okay? Because y'all don't know what it's like to grow up in Jersey and have all of these cultures that you're a part of. Trust me on that. Jersey is literally 130 miles long. It is very, very small state. But when I get back to my point, I'm going to explain this to you. But I'm just saying, leave him alone, all right? Leave our Jersey. Like, because he's Dominican, he's black, he grew up in, a certain area in Jersey, just like me. And you got to survive out here. And you have many different demographics of people. So you got to survive out here, all right? Sometimes I don't agree all the time when he be, changing up his tone. Sometimes I don't always agree and all that. You know what I mean? That's funny. But on a serious note, he is a man. He's my brother, and I protect him.
So you heard what Kyrie had to say, right? You heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts on this? I gotta say, kudos to Kyrie, man. Kyrie Irving gives me the vibes of like a real one. Now, I think Kyrie grew up in New Jersey. He was born in Australia, but he grew up in New Jersey. But Kyrie gives me this feeling like son is a real dude, right? I feel like if you ever met Kyrie Irving, I feel like he's one of those people that you meet and be like, man, he's cool. Like he's like a normal dude. That's how I see him. I don't know Kyrie Irving, never met him. I'm just judging him from afar, right? So that's one thing. But the second thing is this. Kyrie Irving stands for things, right? And I think Kyrie Irving represents a certain type of discourse in the sports community, right? There are various people that play various roles in sports media. Kyrie, you tend to get a sense that the things that he says are very thoughtful, thought-provoking, and you can tell that he has a particular message whenever he speaks. Even when you see him on podcasts, I think the podcast that he went on, The Pivot, when you listen to Kyrie speak during that podcast and he was talking about different instances, you could see that this dude is out here. He really wants to give information. And for him to come to the defense of Karl Anthony Towns, I thought that was a good thing. Now, people have talked about Karl Anthony Towns' voice and, oh, he talks like that. Bro, I don't even know why this is even a topic. If I'm keeping it a being with you, I don't know why this is even a topic. Why do we care about this guy's walk or how he looks physically or what he sounds like? Who gives a damn, bro? He's playing basketball. I'm not analyzing him to that level at all. At all. The fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns is a hell of a basketball player. I read off his stats, his regular season stats. And if you watch the playoffs this year, you knew that he was an integral part of that Knicks run. Yes, were some games, Jalen Brunson, he was just a man. He didn't get, absolutely. But there were certain games where the Knicks were dead in the water, and if it wasn't for Karl Anthony Towns stepping up to the plate and going out there doing his thing, son, they would have lost earlier in the playoffs. This is a fact. This is a fact. So for Kyrie to stand up for Karl Anthony Towns, man, I thought that was a good move, man. I thought that was a good move. And I look forward to hearing from Kyrie Irving a lot more someday. I personally, if I'm being honest with you, I think Kyrie Irving, if there was somebody that was going to get into sports media, I think Kyrie would do really well. Personally, I think so, because Kyrie's thoughtful, man. I think he would do similarly to like a Kobe Bryant. Obviously, I'm not saying he's Kobe Bryant, but Kyrie really thinks things through when he speaks, especially about sports. And he is a savant. Like, we know that. Son is a savant. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.